Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the Damgee Zone. I'm your host, Damgee, and we are joining you from the most dangerous spot on this gatehouse. I've been getting shot at by these evildoers down here, but don't worry, Bob over there has got it under control. Flip the lever, Bob. Flip the lever, Bob. Okay, anyways. I hope you enjoyed last episode with that super mega build of getting the entire wall done and the gatehouse as well. And today, we got another big build episode for you. We are finishing everything up in the courtyard. So, if you enjoyed last episode, grab yourself a drink, sit back, and enjoy this world we call Minecraft. The first house in the courtyard that we're going to tackle is the breeder house. But before we do that, we need to make sure that we can fit that house in the land. Time to remove some landscaping. There's nothing more enjoyable than tearing down a big eyesore that's been staring at you for far too long. This breeder's gotta go. Down 4 blocks. But first we gotta tear it down, and then we get to rebuild it back up once we get the building in place. Time to set up my workstation and get to work. First things first, we need to strip all these logs. Yep, big old tower of birch. Next up is laying the foundation and the framework for the first floor. Wanted to make sure that we got the logs in the right place for the supports, and then we throw in the stone brick and mossy stone brick to finish out the first floor. Don't need this black stone or this dirt no more. Get it out of here. Quick tip when building your house is to inset your wall from your foundation logs. We all know that's not the way houses work, but it makes Minecraft look good. I went with the stripped birch here for the second layer and the outside, basically because I thought that it made it look like a stucco that you would see in old medieval times. Went with this overhead view because I was trying to figure out how I was going to get the roof to work together, because I took 2 buildings and basically mashed them together and made it a second story. So this view here probably gives you the best look at what I was trying to do, and I was all over the place on both sides, so following behind me was not going to happen. Time to drop the villagers. Eve, you up there. You guys are gonna behave, right? You're gonna fall right where you need to. Anybody want to bet on whether or not they make it to where they're supposed to on the first try? Place your bets. Place your bets. Of course they did. I'm a professional. Here you get to see that we're starting to take shape on this house, and basically we just took 2 rectangular shapes and kind of stacked them on top of each other. But for some reason this roof was giving me a hassle. Help me. Here we have the final frame all completely done. We just need to go ahead and pretty it up and put all of the details into it. But we've got a nice little overhang up there so that Adam and Eve can look out and view the courtyard. And we changed the outset here on the roof, on the easement here, and turned it a different direction so it gave it a little bit more character. Now that the breeder house is all done, let's go ahead and connect the farms up with the rest of the courtyard. What better way to do that than with a path? Nobody wants to jump up these single blocks no more, so let's go ahead and put in some stairs. Now that they can make it into town, let's give them something to come into town for. Let's build a fountain. But I would include my process here, and as you can see, I just stand here and look at something until it makes itself. Brain worked for about 6 minutes before I finally said, oh yeah, I need to drop this circle. And these white blocks here are just blocking my imagination. Let's get rid of those first, and then we'll go back and stare some more. All jokes aside, let's go ahead and start building out this fountain. And while we do that, I wanted to recognize, I'm surprised I didn't say anything earlier, but this is episode number 10. We have reached our first milestone. So, I'm going to take this time and ask everybody, what's your favorite part of the series so far? Do you like the farms? Do you like watching these builds and time lapses? Or you just like the shenanigans that Mana and I end up getting into every once in a while? Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe my videos so that we can get more videos out to you and keep them coming. I wanted to make the fountain the focal point of the courtyard, so that's why it's centered right at the gatehouse, and all paths converge to the fountain. Went ahead and did a little pathing here and prettied it up with some bushes and park benches, and then we're gonna go ahead and call this one complete. While I was working on the breeder house, Mana decided to tackle the most awkward shaped building that we had in the courtyard, the barracks/blacksmith area. This building is going to house all of our masons so that we can get all of the quartz and terracotta that we need for any of the builds that we need in the future. So we needed to make sure that we had lots of room inside for functionality, but at the same time it definitely added to the difficulties of designing the interior. The wall's done, it's time to move on to the floor. We tried to get like an ashy, cobblestoney look for the floor here with the basalt and the blackstone. In the end, it didn't really work out for either one of us, didn't really love it, so we ended up going with a different path, but included this little clip here because there's some shenanigans that happened towards the end that I just could not leave out.
I want your brains.
No, 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 no!
Got him! Now that we got 4 walls, a roof, and a floor, it is time to go find some tenants. First things first, we gotta lay out some tracks so that they go where we want them to. Finding the right tenant in these trying times is very difficult, but as you can see, we've got them lined up at the door. First things first, you have a job? Are you sure? Yeah, you do have a job, okay. On with the rest of the application from my crack negotiator. Let's see if this guy... Oh no, he did not pass the application. What about this one? We have a winner. Now we just need to get 15 or so more in here. And the courtyard is completely finished now. So we thought we would give you a stroll from the farmers first. We threw in some villagers in the area to give the area more life. Added some custom built trees over here. Thank you, Mana. Got some custom built trees back there. And then of course our pathway leading up to the actual courtyard. Nice little pergola here, going down into the fountain area. Head back here, and we've got a couple of little houses here and a little entranceway here / house to get into our storage area. Finish up the breeder house. Interior is nothing too special, but it serves its purpose of the door slamming in my face. Wanted something where it would cover up the breeder, but we could still keep the breeder. As you can see, we still have another tenant waiting to head into his home. Got all kinds of custom trees. Come around here and you got a couple more houses. And then we head up to the gatehouse. Follow this little windy path up the hill. And here we have the finished product. With the interior, we've got the couple of forges going, of course, but we found out that putting these straight lines and actually making like hallways actually separates the room well and makes it so it's a lot easier to decorate on the inside. Then we have some guys selling us armor over here. And all of our masons. Little custom sword sitting on the shelf. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and fly up to our perch. There we have it. Hope you all enjoyed the episode. Make sure you come back next week, as we are going to start working on a guardian farm. We'll see you then.